Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Grayson, this is Tech With Me, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than my normal content. Here at TWG, we've always liked budget tech. One of my very first videos was over a budget smartphone. Looking back at it, I don't know where TWG came from, but it's got a nice little ring to it, doesn't it? Anyways, moving on, today we're going to be looking at this 3-in-1 LED, not RGB, but LED gaming set that I found on clearance at Walmart. So I found this on clearance at Walmart for, I think it was like $10. There's no way this is gonna be good. Supposedly it's got a headset, it's got a mouse, and honestly it's kind of an ugly mouse. I think it's supposed to be lightning or like broken rock, but it almost looks more like cheetah print. It also comes with an RGB mouse pad, which honestly, if the RGB mouse pad is even okay for 10 bucks, it's probably worth it. But at the end of it, we're just gonna have to plug a majority of it in and give it a try. That's gonna be really the only way to really know if it's good or not. So I actually bought this about 3 weeks ago, and this is my first time actually looking at the box, but there's a couple features that it kind of advertises, and it makes it sound okay. It says that it's LED headset ear cups, mouse and mouse pad light up so you can enhance your battle station and streams. That sounds really gamery, I like that. 4-button gaming mouse with 4 DPI settings, 400, 800, 1200, and 16. That's about standard. Honestly, the fact that it has changeable DPI settings is a decent sign. There's 13 light modes on the mouse pad, and you can easily cycle through your favorite colors. Now, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I want to say that they misspelled easily on here. It's not spelled E-A-S-I-L-Y like it normally would. Now I'm second guessing, is that even how you spell it? I don't know. But they spelled it E-A-S-L-Y. Maybe that's another way to spell it. Like I said, I'm not the smartest man. I don't know. I almost feel like some of this is broken English on the packaging, but like at the same time, I feel like it's not. It says high quality mouse pad with rubber bottom, never slides out of place. Which sounds better the second time I'm reading it, because the first time that just didn't seem like right. So maybe I'm wrong. You can comfortably track your mouse and never run out of room. Well, I guess we're gonna be the judge of that. We need to find out how big this mouse pad actually is. Honestly, I think that's the part I'm most excited for. I mean, there's 3 things in here. We spent $10 on it, I believe. That's only a little over $3 per item. Honestly, at 10 bucks, if it's even somewhat good, I think it could be a steal. So first thing, we've got the headset. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's already a little bit broken and lopsided. I don't have high hopes. But you know, for $3, I can't say anything too bad. It's obviously all plastic. It feels cheap, and there is little weight to this, but it has RGB. So, I mean, how bad can it be? I'm not seeing a mouse in here, so I'm kind of worried. It's just, where's the mouse? Oh, the mouse is wrapped in the middle, guys. Don't worry, we didn't get ripped off. Mouse pad is not large, guys. It's track your mouse and never run out of room. It's very small. I mean, it's usable, but I'm used to a desk pad, and even then, a larger mouse pad than this. It's not the thickest mouse pad in the world, but I once went to Five Below, and I bought this really cool, like, PlayStation $5 themed mouse pad, and it was awesome. It was actually only a little bit smaller than the desk pad I have now, but it was thin as I've ever seen. So this is thicker than that. That's a good sign. All right, guys, I've got the mouse unpackaged. Take a look at it. It looks less cheetah print now than it did on the box packaging. Feels really light. Like comparing it to my Death Adder V3 Pro, which I'll also have a video coming out on soon. I don't know that it's out yet, but check it out when it gets there. Comparing this to this, weight-wise, is pretty close. So at the very least, it's an ultralight mouse. That's great. I don't think that's by design. I think it's just such a cheap mouse that it kind of is what it is, but let's see if we can get everything plugged up, give this setup a go, and let's see how it works. So first drawback, as I'm starting to set this up, the cable it's only like 4 feet long. If your setup is far away from your PC, you're going to struggle with this. All right, guys, well, we've got it all set up, and I guess my question is, how do I look? How does the RGB look? I'm looking at it, and I can tell it's not very bright, which is to be expected on accessories of this caliber, I guess. But I'm curious if it's even showing up well, if at all, in the camera, because they are very dim. So another thing is the cable on the headset is about as short as the cable on the mic was. So I'm about choking myself just trying to get to where I sit to even test and try these. The RGB on the mouse is a little bit brighter, I feel like, than the headset. I still don't know if it's showing up on the camera okay. I can see the mouse pad. It's probably the brightest of them all, but still not great. To be completely honest, I'm not feeling a whole lot of latency here. We'll put it next to like my Death Adder. Is there, you know what, I'll say my Death Adder, it does feel a little bit quicker. It wasn't immense, but I could almost feel a difference in the latency. Let's see how it plays. I don't really, I mean, I guess I've got my ranch sim. the best game for hardcore gamers. Every gamer knows that Ranch Simulator is the best game for hardcore gamers like us. You know, I'm pleasantly surprised with the headset, actually. I mean, it's not great. You know, I daily drive the Razer, I have no idea what they're called, Kraken V3 Ultras or whatever, the ones that like vibrate and stuff. They're really nice, and I'm not gonna say that this is on par with those, but it doesn't sound horrendous. Now, one thing I will say, and there's no, this doesn't, yeah, these don't have a volume toggle. The speakers are not loud. Do not expect to be able to hear very well, but they are fairly clear. There's not a whole lot of low end to them, to be expected, but they're not overly tinny either. Let's try something different, because this game, honestly, now that I'm looking back at it, even though it's a great game for hardcore gamers, it does not have a whole lot of sound in it. Let's open up The Witcher. It has a lot of like ambient sounds, right? Like you hear the forest, you've got your birds, you've got all this different stuff that goes on. So let's try this for just a minute. Don't think I could daily drive this mouse pad, but if you're not used to a larger mouse pad, I think it would be fine for anybody. Especially if you just need cheap RGB. Now, I am noticing, looking at it, like over here on the right corners of this mouse pad, the RGB doesn't fully shine through. You know, I kind of take back what I was saying about it sounding okay. Like, it's not terrible. It's very quiet. You know, I'm picking up like the footsteps and stuff well as I run around in this area, but like when the guy was talking and updating us on what was going on in the story, it almost sounded like a PlayStation 2 game. Like, you know, like back in the day when the voice acting was like super compressed and it was coming out of just regular TV speakers. That's almost what it sounds like. Well, guys, we did it. We used the $10 full gaming PC setup, and to no surprise, it's not great. Now, like I said, if this was all I could afford or all that was available to me, I honestly don't hate it. I think it could be better, yes, but anything that costs 10 bucks could be better. There's a couple issues. You know, the RGB is not bright. The speakers on the headphones just did not get loud enough to really be comfortable and usable for a long period of time. Overall, if this is all you can afford, or this is a gift for maybe a kid, I think honestly they'd be happy with it. Now, the cables are nearly too short to ever be usable, so you might have to get some USB extensions and audio extensions. Long story short, do I recommend this? Absolutely not. Nobody should ever buy this if they can afford anything better, but it will get you started and it does work. So I guess it's up to you guys to go to Walmart and find your clearance UP line or LV LUP or whatever it says 3-in-1 gaming kit with LED, not RGB, not to be mistaken with RGB, for only $10. That is it for this one, guys. My name is Grayson. This has been Tech with me. Thank you guys very, very kindly for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And if y'all could do me a favor, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, leave me a sub. We're pushing for 50, so I would love to have you guys be a part of that.